welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be kind of fun to show you and demonstrate what I ended up doing with all those little lids. To let me show you my Himi Miya Gouache set that I got, and I got the 24-piece set, and you know, these paints are so much fun. I've been kind of experimenting with them for the past few days and I'm really enjoying them. And as you can see, they don't have their lids on when they're actually in the container. So once you put them in the container, am I putting this down right? Okay. Once you have those in the container, you still have all the lids that peel off of all those tubs. And those tubs are, you know, they have so much paint in them, like 30 milliliters, but I still thought I don't want to waste those lids that peel off. So what I did was I took 2 pieces of cardboard. If you have a box, just a cardboard box, the flaps that can fold over the box, that's what these are. So they're already kind of pre-measured for you, so that's nice. I had my dad cut me off 2 of those flaps. And then what I did was I got 2 binder clips like this because I wanted to be able to squeeze these 2 layers tight together. And I clipped them on either end. And then you can see when I open this that I glued down the little lids. I'll show you this one. You can see it's what I peeled up off of it, and then it looks like this because there's still so much paint on it. And what I did was I took some hot glue and I put that bead down, and then I just took this and then I used a toothpick actually to press down because there was paint on the surface that you would have to push on. So I didn't stick my finger in the paint. I used a tiny little toothpick and pushed that down. And you can see it looks very messy, but that's because I've been using this palette. I absolutely just love this method, and I think it's lots of fun. And this one did come loose, I think, because when I squeezed the 2 pieces of cardboard together, it was still wet. And I mean, it's a slippery material, and then you have a slippery hot glue, but I also have like a medium heat hot glue, so the glue doesn't stick as well as if you used hot glue. But anyway, I liked this option, and then what I did was I took some clear plastic from packaging and I hot glued that down also, and that way I have my own built-in little palette. I absolutely love this. I wasn't sure if, you know, this would be like a super fun thing to have, but I absolutely love this. I come to this, and then if for any like of the watercolored, watered down versions of gouache I want for the most part. And then if I want straight gouache paint, that's when I'll go into my gouache container for that. But other than the straight gouache, I have been coming to this and I absolutely love it. And there's a few colors that I actually was using up, and I just plopped some more wet paint onto those, and you know, it dries quite quickly, so it was dried on there. And I just love this technique. I also put another thin sheet of plastic on this side, so I did end up using a little bit of that space because gouache is a medium that can get re-wet, so it seems like a waste to just rinse this all off, because I know if I want to come back to that brown shade or that yellow shade, I can come back, just re-moisten it and use it on a new thing of artwork. Something I do want to mention is, I'll move these, is for the lid, I put packaging tape over the lid in long strips, and I overlapped them by, you know, a really small amount, but I overlapped them by a little bit. That way, it like this, you can see that paint was wet. I didn't have to let this palette dry before I was done. I just used it. It was still wet, and I just put this and I pressed down and sealed it with my binder clips. I didn't have to worry about the open cardboard getting soaked or anything because I had that plastic seal basically on it. So I think this is a great way to use up the paint, and you can still keep the edges of your gouache containers, your little gouache containers, clean. You don't have to try smushing the paint back into that when you first get it. You can just glue those down and make your own mini watercolor palette. I love this. You can take this on a vacation. I mean, other than being quite long, so that takes up space, it's so thin that this does not take up much space. It's super light and compact. Just take this and a few of your favorite, like 2 to 3 brushes, and obviously you're going to want a water source, but then your sketchbook and maybe a pencil and you're good. This is actually one of the new sketches that I just did. It's really light, but it's going to be a pair with some slices, so if you would like to see that, that will be in an upcoming video. I'm going to be painting that next. But I think that it's just super fun, and I think all you need basically is some tape, cardboard, and hot glue, or some glue of your choice. I decided to go with hot glue, but you wouldn't need to go with hot glue. You could probably do a different type of glue, but I figured this would work the best for me. And it was quick and easy, so that's what I wanted to do. And then just some clear packaging. And you could probably actually just use the tape surface for an extra large mixing palette if you wanted to. If you make sure to overlap them by a little bit so that it's completely sealed, you could probably do that if you didn't have the clear plastic from packaging. But I think that this is a great option, and I do recommend this for you guys so you can use up every little bit of your paint, and then you can also have another smaller, more convenient mixing palette. So I hope that you like this video where I show you what I did with my little lids to my Himi Miya Gouache and how I repurposed those. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.